It is so good that you are here. Could we all stand, please? We're here to celebrate God's work in the lives of these graduates, to celebrate the work of these graduates and all those who have poured into them. An invocation invokes God's presence and participation in a sacred event, since God is always here, and promises a special presence when two or more are gathered in his name. Invocation is more for us. It's our moment to attune ourselves to the loving and hopeful presence of our God. Gentlemen, please remove your hats, and would you join me in prayer? Generous God, we invite you and even implore you to fill this moment with your inspiring participation. Bless our graduates. Bless their parents and families and friends, for those still on the journey, for faculty and staff who continue to apply themselves to the mission of wisdom, faith, and service. Help us to be fully with you in this moment. For Christ, on behalf of our graduates, and on behalf of the world where they go as beacons. We pray all this in Jesus' name. Amen. Please be seated.
All right, this is your last chance. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now you can graduate. Family and friends of the graduating class, distinguished faculty and staff, honored graduates of 2025, welcome to this commencement service. This exercise represents a venerated tradition that goes back over or nearly 130 years and is emblematic of what we hold dear at Bushnell University. We're pausing in this moment to recognize achievement and celebrate the fact that these gathered here have reached their long sought and well-earned destination. Graduates, I want you to know that your faculty and staff are especially proud of your accomplishments and celebrate you here today. We applaud those of you graduating today for your faith and diligence and encourage you to rejoice fully in the hard work and dedication that has brought you to this significant milestone today. For you graduates, however, allow me a short moment to encourage you not to linger at this objective long. Enjoy it, rest in it a minute, but venture beyond it with deep conviction and great hope. For conviction and hope will mark how you respond to the challenges life will bring you in the years ahead. Those of you meeting the demanding requirements for graduation have proven yourself worthy of recognition. But perhaps above all else, you've learned to seek well what God would have you know and to apply the many blessings you have received to the service of others. You have, through your experience as a student at Bushnell, moved beyond the mere accumulation of knowledge and technical skill to grow in wisdom and faith and be inspired to serve. And today, you receive your degree. It is my deepest hope that through your experience here as beacons, you have also clarified your calling to be salt and light in our world, a world and culture so desperately in need of it. So today, graduates, you've arrived at a milepost, really, not a destination. The talents obtained in methods of inquiry, evaluation, reasoning, and communication, together with the faith examined, tested, and made more alive by mentors and friends, will continue to mature as new explorations are made. And with all of that said, this moment is about you and what you've achieved. So let me begin by saying to each one of you, well done indeed. Yes, that's all right. Yeah. I'm pleased to introduce those with me on the platform this morning from your right, my left. Am I doing this right? In the back row, I had to check. Gene DeYoung, Vice President for Finance Administration. Jocelyn Hubbs, Vice President for Student Development. Michael Fuller, Vice President for Enrollment. Dr. Carla Larson, Dean of the College of Health Professions. Dr. Latricia Nieworth, Dean of the College of Professional Studies. And in the front row, Dr. Reed Mueller, Vice President for Academic Affairs. Jocelyn's in the back. My notes aren't quite right. Mike Peterson, one of the coolest guys you will ever meet and our honored speaker this morning. And next to him is Keith Potter. He's cool too. Vice President for Advancement. Mike Peterson, our commencement speaker this morning, is a familiar friend to the Bushnell community. He is a 1983 graduate and had an enduring impact on the university, first as a student athlete, earning a degree in biblical studies and leading the basketball team in points and rebounds his junior and senior year, earning all conference honors and a host of others. And then as an assistant basketball coach here on campus. As a member of the Bushnell University Hall of Fame, he began a 40-year plus career coaching basketball in the collegiate and professional ranks when he served as an assistant here. After leaving Bushnell, he embarked on an impressive coaching career with stops as an assistant with the University of Oregon, Butler, the University of Minnesota, serving both men's and women's collegiate teams, and then leading women's programs as the head coach at Gonzaga, New Mexico State, TCU, Wake Forest, and the University of North Texas. Following his impressive career coaching in the collegiate ranks, he moved on to professional basketball as an NBA scout for the New Orleans Pelicans and as both an assistant coach and interim head coach of the WNBA's Atlanta Dream, where he continues to serve as a scout. Now, all of this is notable, but to those who have had the pleasure of knowing Mike as a friend, we can personally attest that his heart for the Lord and his love for his family and friends is what matters most. For many years, he has served with Athletes in Action, an organization that equips athletes to use their platform to share the gospel of Jesus Christ with others. His dedication to serve the Lord through the avenue of sport and his faithful commitment to relationships and the mentoring of others is what really makes him remarkable. His greatest accomplishment in life is marked by his love for his God and for his family, his wife Patty, 2 sons, and 2 grandchildren. Mike has served on the board of trustees at Bushnell previously for 8 years and has been elected this spring to serve another term in that important capacity. His support of Bushnell's mission and frequent service to our athletic department and student athletes has had and will continue to have a positive impact on campus, and we're honored to have him here today. Following the reading of Scripture by Vice President for Student Development, Jocelyn Hubbs, will you please welcome fellow Beacon Mike Peterson as he comes to share with you some encouragement and wisdom on your special day.
Exodus 3, verses 11 and 12. But Moses said to God, "Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and bring the Israelites out of Egypt?" And God said, "I will be with you, and this will be the sign to you that it is I who have sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you will worship God on this mountain."
I'm going to try this. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Nice. That is solid. So, what a nice introduction and, all the stuff and all the places and all of that, okay? Here's my favorite introduction I've ever had. I teach at the International Coaches Academy for Athletes in Action, and in that role, I've met coaches from all over the planet. I'm currently mentoring some coaches in Africa, and they asked me how I wanted to be introduced one year at the Coaches Academy. And they were going to run the list, as Joe has so graciously done today. And I said, how about this? How about tell them I'm a dude that loves God and has been to the gym a lot? So you can pick either introduction. I'm good with both of them. When Joe called me about coming to speak today, my first reaction was, he said, I graduated in 1983. From what was then Northwest Christian College. What he didn't tell you is I started my illustrious academic career as a freshman in 1976. See, there's some math majors in here. See, I was on the 7-year plan. Eventually, I'm positive that I graduated, but there was this moment towards the end of my academic career when Dr. Song Nai Rhee, who was our academic dean and was my favorite Old Testament professor, just kind of pulled me aside and said, young man, you've had enough. So it's an honor to be here with you today, and it's so special to share this time with our graduates, our faculty, our staff, the families, the friends, the supporters. I'm just so delighted to be here. So Joe again called and asked me, and I thought, well, let's see. We're in a gym. I can do that. And I got, 15-ish minutes. Sounds like halftime. So we're going to do halftime today. Okay? So how does halftime work? Here's how halftime works. We go in the locker room and we talk about what has happened in the first half. And then we talk about what's in front of us. So that's what we're going to do today. First, we're going to talk about what has happened. As I was preparing for this, the coach in me kicked in a little bit. And so I decided to get a scouting report on you all. And so I called various people on our campus and I said, hey, tell me about our graduating class. Tell me about who they are. Tell me about what their experience has been like. And these people gave me kind of the same words, so it was a reliable scouting report. And here's what they told me. They said you were calling focused. You knew why you were here. You know what your why is. They said you were intentional. You had a really strong sense of what your purpose was. They said you were resilient. Regardless of what happened around you, you just kept rolling. You didn't get knocked off course. They said you were relational. They really talked about how much support you've had for one another, how you've bonded together through this process and supported one another. Level-headed. Never get too high, never get too low. Stay forward focusing and do your work. And then they all said you were very intelligent. They told me that the incoming freshman class, some of you have survived and graduated in 4 years, beat me by 3 to the finish line. They said you were the smartest incoming graduating class in the history of the school. You all are graduating in amazing majors across the spectrum of our academic offerings. So to put it in terms that I can understand, you guys are wicked smart. So you've clearly accomplished a ton, and you've created great memories and great friendships. So in the words of the most popular philosopher of the 21st century and closet Kansas City Chiefs fan, hold on to the memories, they will hold on to you. Thanks, Taylor Swift. So that's what's already happened. That's what's already happened. Now, what's ahead of us? Right? In basketball, what happens in the first half, it sets the stage for the second half. It doesn't determine the outcome. It just sets the stage for the second half. And I have good news for all of you. In our little metaphorical halftime exercise we're having right now, you have established a really good lead. You are leading at halftime. And so now the question is, what are we going to do with that lead? Okay? You're on the start of an amazing journey now. And it's an opportunity to use the wisdom and the skills and the relationships that you formed here during your time at Bushnell. So this morning, looking forward, I want us to look at 4 lessons we can take from another group that went on a journey, the Israelites in Exodus. The first lesson, okay? You are going to be asked to do some things, to take some jobs, to have some tasks in your life that you are not going to feel prepared for. Okay? Our scripture reading today, right? Moses is on the mountain talking to God. And the verses before 11, it is very clear that that dude knows he's talking to the creator of the universe. And God says, hey, got a job for you, Moses. Go down, free the Israelites, take care of Pharaoh for me. And Moses said, this is the Mike Peter, that was New International, okay? This is the Mike Peterson abridged version. Moses said, God, I'm not your dude. And God says the 5 coolest words. I will be with you. How awesome is that? I will be with you. As Joe told you, I was the head coach at Gonzaga, women's basketball. I got that job when I was 27 years old. Exactly. My man right here said, wow. Okay. I was an okay player. Okay. I think I was an okay assistant coach. Okay. I had no idea how to be a head coach. Like the only thing I knew for sure when I got that job is that I had no idea what I was doing. None. And it was just like, here's the keys, bro. Knock yourself out. And at the time, I didn't know it. At the time, I couldn't feel it. But with hindsight, looking back, I guarantee you, I can see God's fingerprints all over my time here. In spite of my full-throated, completely committed efforts to screw that deal up, God just would not allow. And God, he was with me. And so my encouragement for you is just to always remember that. Regardless of what task you're taking on, regardless of what you're doing, regardless of what you got going on, God is with you. And rest in that. Take comfort in that. Take confidence in that, because it's enough. Our second lesson, okay? Your path is not always going to be straight. Your progress is not always going to be linear. God didn't take, when the Israelites, Moses got them, God helped Moses. He got them out of there. God didn't take them on a straight line to the promised land, right? They went around their back to get to their elbow. But God knew what was best for them. He knew if they went on a straight line, Philistines were sitting there. And he said, if they face war, they may go back to Egypt. He was protecting them. And so your path is probably not going to be in a straight line. It's okay. Okay? God is leading you. God is directing you where you are supposed to be. Through the years, I've seen tons of freshmen at the college level and then rookies at the pro level. And they come to us, and every one of them was like the stuff wherever they came from, right? They were all state, all American, all front yard, all side yard, all Aunt Matilda. They were all something. okay? And then they get to that next level and they have to take on a different role, right? Most of them, now they've got to kind of be a sub or they've got to be a rotational player, right? And the ones, in my experience, the ones that go on to have the best career and go on to fulfill their potential are the ones that don't let that little deviation knock them off course, right? They understand, hey, this isn't where I want to be, but it's the path to where I want to go to. There's a great worship song called This Far from a group called the Belonging Company in Nashville. And I am definitely not going to sing. So I'm going to read you the chorus. It's best for all of us, trust me. You didn't bring me this far to leave me here. You didn't ransom my heart to let it forget. Every wall you tore down, every chain on the ground, you didn't bring me this far to leave me here. My encouragement for you is just do your best to remember God knows where you are. He knows where you're going, and he knows how you're going to get there. Take confidence in that. Rest in that. Third, God provides. Okay? In Exodus 15, 16, 17. When the Israelites are thirsty, God gives them water. When the Israelites are hungry, God gives them manna. God provides. Now, as an aside here, okay, I'm going to use my biblical studies degree from here at Bushnell. This is free. This is no extra charge. The translation of the Hebrew word for manna into English is, what is it? Okay, well, I live in the South now. Okay, and in the South, we have a pretty strong idea about what it is. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, I did not vet this with Dr. Song Nai Rhee, my Old Testament professor, who was one of my all-time favorite professors, and I am reasonably certain that Dr. Ihanya Igwe is not going to sign off on this doctrinally. But in the South, we are very convinced that manna is Chick-fil-A. Think about it. Stay with me. Stay with me. Okay. Don't burn me at the stake for heresy, okay? But stay with me. Think about it. Tastes like it came from God's kitchen. And, just like the Israelites, can't get it on the Sabbath. It's a giant leap from burned at the cross to mild applause. Our culture is going to try to tell you what you need. Our God knows what you need. My encouragement for you is just to remember that. Remember that our God knows what we need. Again, just rest in that. Take that confidence with you. Finally, and they all said amen, God's gifting will match your vocation and his purpose. So in Exodus 31, God's telling the Israelites, he's giving them instructions on how to build the tabernacle, right? And he tells Moses about these two men, Bezalel and Aholiab. Hope I got those right. I think I did. And he says, and I have given them skill to make all of the things that I have commanded you. My encouragement for you here is trust your training. Trust your training. We used to tell our athletes all the time, whenever we got into stressful situations, close games, we're not playing great, we're on the road, all of that stuff. We would just, hey, trust your training. And what we were telling them was that they had the gifts, and they had the knowledge, and they had the habits to have success. You didn't have to do anything new. You didn't have to be a hero. You just had to trust your training. And if you trust your training, things will work out for you. Your intelligence and your level-headedness, that is going to serve you so well in these times. Trust your training, okay? You've been gifted uniquely by God, and you have done the hard work to learn to apply those gifts in all areas of your life. Your family, your faculty, your community has poured into you to help you with that. So trust your gifting, trust your training, academically, spiritually, vocationally. Trust your training, and you are going to do great, great things. So now, and I'm going to leave time for everybody to get some shots up before the second half starts. So now, as my final encouragement for you, I want to share the words of William Carey. William Carey was a missionary in the late 1700s and early 1800s in India. And a lot of people consider him the father of modern missions. And William Carey said this: expect great things from God, and then attempt great things for God. Congratulations, and go Beacons.
Thank you. Wonderful. Thanks, Coach. Pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Bushnell University is, first and foremost, a teaching institution. But we are also an institution that takes pride in our efforts to develop the whole person through scholarship, the deepening of faith, and the formation of character. The President's Award for Teaching Excellence and Campus Leadership and the Award for Exemplary Staff and Campus Leadership is a collaboration between student government, the Associated Students of Bushnell University, and the Office of the President. The recipients of these awards both receive a cash prize of $1,000 plus an engraved plaque, and perpetual plaques are maintained that include the names of all recipients. Matthew Wilhite has served as a student body president for the last 2 years, and I invite Matthew to the podium. There you go. As we present the President's Awards today.
Hello, everyone. Wow, it's a crowded room today. This is great. All right. The President's Award for Teaching Excellence and Campus Leadership is presented annually to honor the faculty member who models the kind of inspiring and motivating leadership and service we strive to teach our students. The selection committee reviewed nominations from the entire campus community and recommended a faculty member it felt demonstrated through actions and outcomes, teaching and excellence in campus leadership. Qualities that commend this year's recipient include excellence in scholarship and genuine care for the mission of the university. Here are some of the comments from the nominations. She uses her role to expand and integrate knowledge of her area of study for her students in off-campus opportunities. She is dedicated to ensuring her students are prepared for every aspect of life, and she meets her students where they are and display the calm character of Jesus. Nominated by the faculty, staff, and students, the 2025 President's Award for Teaching Excellence in Campus Leadership goes to Shelley Hartzell, Associate Professor of Accounting. Please help me in welcoming her to the stage. The President's Award for Exemplary Staff Performance and Campus Leadership is presented each year to honor not only the excellent staff employee, but to one who also models the kind of inspiring and motivating leadership we strive to teach our students. The selection committee reviewed nominations from the entire campus community and recommended the staff member it felt demonstrated high professional standards, ethical decision-making, a commitment to building the strength of their department and of the campus overall, and an effective integration of faith and service in the workplace. Qualities that commend this year's recipient include servant leadership and compassion towards others. Here are some of the comments from the nominations. She has a work ethic and integrity that directly impacts her department's fruitfulness. She has a deep care for others to discern the call God has on their lives. And she exemplifies servant leadership in what it means to show wisdom, faith, and service. The 2025 President's Award for Exemplary Staff Performance and Campus Leadership goes to Wendy Alexander, Office Manager for Athletics.
Each year, the President's Scholastic Award is presented to the graduating senior who has attained the highest cumulative GPA with at least 61 credit hours having been completed at Bushnell University. This year's recipient has maintained a 4.0 GPA with 112 credits at Bushnell while earning a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology. Please congratulate Benjamin Loverod. Annually at spring commencement service, a special award that includes a Bible is given to a student chosen with secret ballot by the student body and faculty of Bushnell University as the one who has rendered the most outstanding service to their institution while a student here. Recipient must have maintained excellent academic work, be fully approved as to their Christian character and convictions, and show a notable record of service to others. This award was instituted as the Dr. Kendall E. Burke Memorial Award in recognition of that late president's wholehearted Christian service to the university. Past honorees of the Kendall E. Burke Award, Bushnell University's highest honor, are read as a who's who of Bushnell graduates. This year's recipient is graduating summa cum laude with a Bachelor of Science in Psychology and has already been up here. Congratulations, Matthew Wilhite. Not awkward at all. Turn it around. That's good.
President Womack, this morning we have 135 students graduating as the Bushnell Spring Class of 2025.
Right on.
Including the number of students who graduated in December 2024, that brings us to a total of 270 graduates in this academic year. Yet, as you and I look out to the audience, we can see that large number doesn't even begin to capture all the work that has gone into the celebration today. Bushnell Class of 2025, your accomplishment, recognized on this day and at this time, involves your own efforts plus the efforts of a much larger group of support. Moms, dads, siblings, spouses, significant others, friends, mentors. These who have worked behind the scenes to empower and enable you to reach this point. And we know also that your highly esteemed and faithful professors, much appreciated, seated here behind you, and the much appreciated Bushnell staff and trustees have been an essential part of your success as well. Not to mention the countless donors to scholarship funds, capital resources, and the Beacon Fund for Excellence. And then there are so many who remain unnamed, whose moral support and prayers have carried you to this day. This is a celebration of an effort much greater than any of us here can really realize. And so as we move forward, graduates, would you give a round of applause to those who have supported you? President Womack, the Bushnell University class of 2025 features 62 undergraduate students who are graduating with Latin honors. Cum laude, 3.5 to 369. Magna cum laude, 370 to 389. And summa cum laude, 3.9 to 4.0. And 34 students who are receiving graduate degrees. And now, will all the candidates for undergraduate degrees please stand and remain in place? President Womack, I am pleased to present to you these candidates who have completed the requirements established by the faculty for their degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science.
And by the order of the Board of Trustees of Bushnell University and the virtue of the authority vested in me, I now confer upon these candidates the degrees of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science respectfully and admit them to the honor, rights, and privileges thereto.
At this time, I invite Dr. Doyle Schrader, Professor of Speech and Communication, to announce the graduates' names. Will the graduates please come forward as directed?
The following graduates are graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Bible and Theology. Judah Ortega, magna cum laude. The following graduates are graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Christian Ministry. Shanti Lak Salea. Hannah Grace Beers, magna cum laude. Esther Sinai Ambrosio. The following graduates are graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in English. Madeline Brainerd. Alexia Marie Krug, summa cum laude. The following graduates are graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Communication. Amanda Jo Sizzle, summa cum laude. The following graduates are graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies. Albert Cooper Allen V, summa cum laude. Cody D. Crawford, magna cum laude. Emily Puita. The following graduates are graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Studies. Mai Tomlin, magna cum laude. Jacob Richardson. Nate Rasmussen. Alexis Bates, magna cum laude. Abigail Askew, summa cum laude. Colby James Amaral. The following graduates are graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Matthew Wilhite, summa cum laude. Harmony Simmons, summa cum laude. Max Richards. Brianna Hilton, cum laude. Isabella Hernandez, magna cum laude. Sarah Nicole Hart, cum laude. Rachel Marie Grant, summa cum laude. Aaron Jason Gold, cum laude. Ashley Flores, cum laude. Ariel Elise Kaiulani Van Cleve. Jasmine Marie Paul. Cynthia Dawn Devoisu, summa cum laude. Micah Esther Delamarter. The following graduates are graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology. Cole Michael Tyner, cum laude. Ethan Ira Cole Sachs. Ethan Stacy, summa cum laude. Natalie Romero. Destiny Amor Navarrete. Benjamin Thomas Loverod, summa cum laude. Jameson Kekoa Hussey, magna cum laude. Trevor James Hammond, summa cum laude. Annalise Marie Aubin, cum laude. Erica Allen. Aaron Von Bruck. Caleb Sabino. Sydney Myrie, summa cum laude. Allison Moreno. Olivia Kelsenberg, summa cum laude. Maxwell Chapman, cum laude. The following graduates are graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Ayumi Sato. Malachi W. Muhich. Isaiah Paul Lugo, cum laude. Reese Jeter Marquez Carganella, summa cum laude. The following graduates are graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Mathematics. Liam Halsey Kerr, magna cum laude. The following graduates are graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Dylan Carson. Jessica Matthews, magna cum laude. Gregory Allen Joe. Santiago Galindo. Abby G. Chambers, summa cum laude. Kristen D. Vreeland, summa cum laude. Bennett Morehouse, magna cum laude. Zoe Kingsley, magna cum laude. Garrett Foes, summa cum laude. Jaden Ka'apeha Dolente Soriano, cum laude. Luke Smith, summa cum laude. Eric Felipe Ponce. William Hudler. Christian Pitcher, magna cum laude. Dylan J. Martin. Madeline Ladd, summa cum laude. Alexander Harrer. Corbin Jager Christie Robinson. Taylor Kenworthy, summa cum laude. Tiffany Nicole Spencer. The following graduates are graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Accounting. C.J. Smith, summa cum laude. Jackson Geelish, summa cum laude. Kyle Foss, magna cum laude. Oliver Bartell. The following graduates are graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology. Brandon Reed, summa cum laude. Sydney Peterson, cum laude. The following graduates are graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Teacher Education. Ella Rose Shower, summa cum laude. Bella Parquet, magna cum laude. Catherine Riley Blackheart. Bethany Smith, summa cum laude. Megan LaFoca, cum laude. Brooklyn Marie Deschamps, cum laude. Rebecca Race. The following graduates are graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Teacher Education and Psychology. Bethany Esther Struthers, magna cum laude. The following graduates are graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Music. Amariah Karis Deshane, magna cum laude. The following graduates are graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Contemporary Music Industry. Daniel DaCosta.
Let's give these graduates a round of applause. And now, will all the candidates for graduate degrees please stand? President Womack, I am pleased to present to you these candidates who have completed the requirements established by the faculty for the degree of Master of Arts, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, and Graduate Certificate in Physical Education.
By the order of the Board of Trustees of Bushnell University and by the virtue of the authority vested in me, I now confer upon these candidates the respective graduate degrees, Master of Arts, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, and Graduate Certificate in Physical Education, and admit these candidates to the honors, rights, and privileges thereto.
Will the master's degree graduates please come forward as Dr. Doyle Schrader announces your name?
The following graduates are graduating with a Master of Arts in Leadership: Shauna Lucas Ricks, Michael Lee, The following graduates are graduating with a Master of Business Administration: Shiho Yohanan John, The following graduates are graduating with a Master of Arts in School Counseling: Caitlin Marie Tracer, Taylor Tate, Yendi N. Soto Flores, Candace Fonsen, The following graduates are graduating with a Master of Arts in Clinical Mental Health Counseling: Jenny Inez Altamirano, Abigail Esther Butler, Summer Lee Roselle, Jessica A. Spurbeck, The following graduates are graduating with a Master of Arts in Teaching: Wade Allen Orth, Frederick J. Cruz, Ann Ferris. Carson William Wynn. Rebecca Pagler. Juanita Rosa Dominguez. The following graduates are graduating with a Master of Education. Lori A. Tingu. Michaela Bueller.
Before we conclude, let Michaela finish. Embarrass her a little bit. Kayla goes to my church, so I can do this. Tease her a little bit. Before we conclude, I want you to know, each one of you, how very proud I am of you. Graduating, this achievement is evidence of your standing the test, and your resolve has shown through. Your willingness to stay the course and keep the faith is a testimony, not only to your intellect, but also to your character. And such an experience will serve you well. You will face obstacles every day of your life, and they may come suddenly without warning, and you'll be faced with important questions. You might have thought the questions are over. I don't have any more tests. You'll have them the rest of your life. And you'll face those with the question of how will I handle this or that? How will I overcome life's complication with this regard in any sort of degree of confidence? In the 12th chapter of the book of Isaiah, we read this: "Surely God is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. The Lord himself is my strength and my defense. He has become my salvation." So graduates, I want to encourage you to stand firm in the faith that God is who he says he is, the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and end. And remember, wherever you serve and whatever the nature of that service is to be, that nothing is too difficult for our God to help you overcome. You are now part of the living history of this place, this special university, and we urge you to remain engaged in the life of the university as alumni, even as you shine your beacon to meet today's challenges and spread hope in our world. And now, graduates, I'll invite you to please stand. Symbolic of the achievement of your degree, undergraduate students may now turn your tassels from right to left. Yeah. Graduate students, straighten your hoods. Make sure you look presentable. It's been our joy to journey with you, and we stand on tiptoe as we cheer you on. As you exercise wisdom in your work and endeavors, center yourselves on faith in Jesus Christ and live lives committed to his service. My most sincere congratulations to you all. I'll invite everyone to stand for the singing of our alma mater and remain standing as Gene DeYoung offers our benediction.
As you go now into the world with the message of the gospel, remember a couple of gifts as you go. The gift of community, the time we've had together. You leave here, but you leave here as beacons, as part of this community, and you will always be a part of us, and we will be a part of you. Thank you for that. We leave with the gift of a timely and pointed commencement address. Thank you, Mike. Point number one, most specifically, a God who says, I will go with you. Go from here with God. Receive now his blessing, these words that God gave through Moses to Aaron to say to the Israelite people. Receive this. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May he lift his countenance upon you and grant you peace. Go in that peace and with the love of God. Bless you.